Tariff announcements caused market chaos. In an effort to balance trade relationships across the globe, several new tariff announcements were made on April 2nd. This caused the markets to decline sharply in Thursday's session, with the Nasdaq closing down nearly 6% and the S&P 500 closing down nearly 5%. And again, those are single-day returns for Thursday's session. Definitely a rough day. I must say, I was not necessarily surprised though by that decline. I was more surprised by the run-up in the market in the days leading up to the announcement. The administration has been talking about these tariffs for months, and I, for one, was not necessarily surprised by the actions they plan on taking. The U.S. will be implementing a baseline tariff rate of 10% on all countries, and that goes into effect on April 5th. After research into trade practices from other countries, including tariffs, currency manipulation, and trade barriers, the U.S. will also be implementing higher duties on several countries. This includes an additional 34% on China, which comes on top of the previous tariffs for a new effective rate of 54%. According to the administration, this compares to a calculated tariff rate of 67% from China. Other tariffs included a 20% rate on the European Union versus a 39% calculated rate on our goods, a 46% rate on Vietnam versus a 90% calculated rate on our goods, a 32% rate on Taiwan versus a 64% calculated rate on our goods, and then a 24% rate on Japan versus a calculated rate of 46% on our goods. This is just a small sample, as more than 180 countries and territories will be facing these reciprocal tariffs. The problem here is the bottom for stocks might not be in, as there will likely be continued announcements from other countries with their response. Some countries like China, France, Canada, and Germany have responded with a combative tone and a promise to fight back. I continue to believe this trade war will not be solved overnight, but I must say with the pullback, there definitely appears to be some opportunities surfacing. I'd be careful waiting for the all clear on this, as by the time that comes, you may have missed some great opportunities. I'm Chase Wilsey with Wilsey Asset Management. If you like these videos, be sure to give it a like or comment, and feel free to check out our other YouTube videos and weekly newsletter for the latest economic news, expert analysis, and market insights.